Hello, my name is Tina and welcome to my channel. Tonight I'm going to talk about coincidences and synchronicities. What are they really? Um, we all know what coincidence and synchronicity really means, but I would like to go deeper into the meaning of those two terms. Why exactly they are here for? Well, coincidence is supposed to be like random, that something suddenly happens and it's unpredictable. That's the way it seems. And synchronicities, on the other hand, supposed to be like more meaningful and uh, than coincidences. Like they got a deeper meaning. Some would say that those almost like sometimes feel that there are messages from the universe, like connection to some sort of something. Um, there's like a little mystic area between that. We all experience those things throughout our lives, really. And those are not really questioned. This is something that happens, and people would say, "Oh, what a coincidence! Wow, I didn't expect this is going to happen." But this is like a sometimes series of events happening that seems to be very coincidental, and of course there are the term synchronicities. It also appears between that area that. Suddenly we see some sort of like meaning to what is happening in our lives and to the situation that is occurring. But nobody really questioning into any deeper level. However, to me, I don't see that those terms are as they described for what they are. I don't believe that any of those are random, and also I don't see this as being kind of like meaningful on a level that people imagine that they are. How I see it that those are part of our life script. Why? Because what is life script? Life script, it's a plan of our life before we are being born in here. That plan is put together, and they call it life script. That means certain events will take place during our lifetime on this planet Earth. And those events, how would they supposed to be happening? Well, this is where coincidences and synchronicities come very handy, because we need those little hinges to keep us at certain level of certain following certain path, really. Without those little hints and those coincidences, so-called, how would we know what's going to happen? I mean, we don't know anyway, but I'm talking about from that point of view of the life script itself, that they call it destiny. Destiny is supposed to be fulfilled in here. You're following your destiny. You are born with certain plans for you, and those plans have to be followed up and fulfilled. And this is where those synchronicities and coincidences come into play, because to put you into some sort of groove that you're following this certain direction to follow, to fulfill all that. Some coincidences are no good, and so are synchronicities are no good. But we still are kind of taken aback. Oh my goodness, this is something out of my hands. It seems like some sort of God wants me to do this or go that way and make this or that decision. So this is it's like a statement. People are rather resigned to what is happening rather than questioning why it is happening. Yeah, I know it can be a little bit boring and kind of like, wow, why do we talk about it here? Well, I think this is extremely important subject actually, because what's behind it, I would say it's kind of like almost scary. It shows how enslaved we are, enslaved to programming to fulfill certain script that I would say that majority of us, if anybody, it's not participating in creating before we are born here. I spoke about it already and I'm repeating again. Um, so that script has been made. I personally feel, based on what I managed to find out, that we do not participate in it. So somebody else makes up this life events, life script for us, rather. And we all know that some life scripts are better than others, and some are done horrific. So um, I'm sure that those who end up with horrific life scripts would not say, oh yeah, great, this is what I'm going to be glad to go and fulfill. Absolutely not. I don't think so. Um, some people would say, oh, okay, but life seems random because of free will and we make our decisions like every day seems to be like we're making decisions. Seems like we have freedom of choices, basically. But I already said before too that those choices are very limited and only operating on a very low level of almost ridiculous little things. Because anything that is of some deeper meaning, we don't have much choice of, and those bigger things are usually out of our hands. Because it requires to be born into certain background and to have certain status, social status, and be on a settle financial level as well. So majority of times, I mean, we can't have a really we can't really say that we are making those choices that really matter. On the other hand. And yes, it is like we're being thrown in here, but we were not given into our hands like a little like a manual how to follow up this life. If I'm in trouble, what to do, or if I need help, where do I go, who do I ask? We don't have that. Apparently there is some sort of contract signed before we were born. The contract supposedly be signed between each individual and beings of light that they claim that they are like spiritual guides. That's what they call themselves, but there's no such a thing as really spiritual guide, because those guys are fooling and misleading and deceiving us. So we don't have contracts, and we do not participate, or did not participate in creating what's going to happen in this life to us. We don't have much like to say, and yeah, I mean, I don't think things are random. That's what I'm saying. Those coincidences, people say, oh, it's randomly happens. No, nothing is random, absolutely not. It's been pre-planned, and those things are happening. It's to, by the way, let's say somebody suddenly feels like they've got a little bit of control of their life, of what they're doing here. So they're going on a certain direction and they're doing really well, and suddenly, boom, there's obstacle on that road. And the next turn they take, wow, well, look what happens. It's coincidental that this should happen. It's not coincidental to distract you from that path that you were doing well into the one that you're supposed to be following, and usually turned out not so good. The reason why some people say, oh, I've got some luck in life, this is also part of the life script, unfortunately. And why is that we allow sometimes to have some luck in this life? It's simply to hide the deception, because if everything was evil, then people would know, and the cat would be out of the bag, really, on the other hand, because everybody would say, well, what's going on here, you know? But if you give a little bit of luck and lots of stress and tragedies, nobody really questions it. People would say, oh, it's normal, it's life. But it's not supposed to be that way. Because why should we experience any misfortune here? I mean, being in here, it's misfortune already. Because physical body is very fragile, and it's subjected to all sort of different attacks, like it's susceptible to cold, heat, you can get thirsty, you can get hungry, you feel pain, you get ill, and then you get old. So all that is not so good. So that alone, it's a recipe to be in hell with, really. Physical body can give you lots of unpleasantness and heaviness, and you feel like you're trapped in it. This is what people who went through NDE experience usually say, that when they suddenly left the physical body, they felt, wow, so light, so fantastic, like heaviness is gone. But as soon as they back into physical body, they again feel this heaviness and this horribleness, this kind of like being confined in a container almost that is too small for the soul to fit in. So yes, it is horrific. I mean, and this is internal. I'm talking about your meat suit. But there's also millions of external reasons why this place is hellish, and life is very difficult, and every day brings new choices and new challenges, basically, what we should do and how we should go about. Choices, of course, those are limited everyday choices that drain you rather than build anything, really. So yeah, nothing is random. That's what I would like to say, that those things are not random. They are just simply like a nudging device. Those coincidences and synchronicities are here, put in place. Those little things that happen, it's to nudge you that you should go to certain direction to fulfill it. Yes, so not all are fantastic and great, although some are here to simply deceive. Oh, look, it's not bad, you are wrong, because this is fantastic, just happened, this event, you know, I mean, that was unexpected. You know, that's why this place, I always said, the planet Earth is the most deceitful and evil place within the whole universe, for that very reason, that the deception is number one tool of control in here, and it's so very well weaved in it, into this system and into this environment that we're existing, that in majority of times, majority of people don't see it. That's the point. You don't see it. You think, oh, I've got a bit of luck and this and that is good. I mean, acceptance of unacceptable, it's very, how can I put it, it's a giveaway that something is wrong here, because people are programmed to accept unacceptable. You are born, and from the very little you are told that there's a God, that you have to be good or else, and that you have to listen. It's like you don't have free will, that you don't have a choice how you would like to be. It's from day one, basically. You are bombarded. You are being shaped into something that you may not want to be, but you have to go along, because you are depending on your environment, on your family, on this place that somewhere to exist within. And you don't want to stand out of the crowd. You want to be like everybody else, usually, because you don't want to be picked on. There's many reasons why people basically going along with this. There's very few that rebel. Rebellion is not tolerated much in the easy fashion in here at all, because people that rebel are usually punished for being rebellious. Well, even speaking your mind can be difficult these days. Really, I mean, we lived in 21st century, that we have to be careful what we say publicly, like on social media or so, because there are rules imposed to what you can say, what you can't say. Certain words cannot be even spoken. So it shows the state of this world, this place that we're existing in. But yeah, I don't want to go too much away from the subject that I'm talking about tonight. Um, it's like I'm stating the importance of realizing that those coincident events that happen sometimes, that those are not coincidental, that you going along on your life path, and from one event to another almost. I mean, I don't know, to be honest, if it's possible to avoid this in here. I thought about it, yes. And do I like it? I don't. But how am I supposed to choose? For example, if I have a big choice to make, going right or left, which one is gonna be? I may say, okay, this is gonna be good, and that's gonna be good too. Which one? You know. And this is usually when people don't know which choice to make. Something like coincidences appear to nudge you into certain direction, to take certain action towards that life scripted path, really. Then again, you may say, okay, I'm not gonna do it, even if it's great, but if you don't do it, you turn the other way, and so, okay, but could that be life script instead of the other? Was that in my script that I'm gonna change my mind and go the other way to avoid what was given to me first? It's very tricky, really. The only way I would say, go along with the easy path, with something that benefits you. I lately started to question the matrix and the system in here, and I see some sort of signs that it is rather beneficial to go it easier way and turn it, the adversity of this place, to your advantage, you know. Going against it's very difficult because it means lots of obstacles and challenges that creates. Going with the flow sometimes is easier. And I'm talking about when you're in a position to make a choice. Don't make the choices very difficult or go into some drama about it, really. Make it simple and make it firm that this is what you would like to do. I cannot give even examples here, because we all make choices every day. I'm saying that many people are out of the habit, create lots of drama and lots of difficulties for themselves. And Matrix loves that, because Matrix loves create mess and uncertainties and here and all this kind of messy unhappiness. So it is important to go rather on the easier slope for yourself and create something that will work for you, not against you. Maybe that would be like something, well, was it scripted or was it something I just created for myself to ease my lot? Yes, it is easy to, sometimes easier said than done, because there are sometimes situations that require a very difficult path to follow for a little while in order to leave something bad behind. So choices have to be made as each day as it comes, and then continued and see what happens. Okay, but yeah, it is very interesting, and I would advise you guys to look into it more and to question things, why things happen, because everything is life scripted in here, in my opinion. And whatever is life scripted, that means it's almost like against the fact that we have a free will, but we don't know it. That's the thing, that you don't know. Someone could say, yes, but what you're talking about, this and that happens, I just made this and that choice, but it's scripted. So yeah, this is very deep, rather deep, and I don't really feel that this is right what is happening, but um, questioning and making your own choices as much as possible for what feels right here, rather than something external is leading you astray. It's important to take that very careful approach to different situations in life. So thank you for listening, and I hope you like this video and thumb it up if you do, and see you next time. Bye bye.